Act 1. The Incident. The house on T90 Drive wasn't just burning, it was being erased. Flames licked the sky in Kitsap County, Washington, on a frigid January night in 2017. But this wasn't some tragic accident. Inside the blazing wreckage, firefighters would soon uncover the lifeless bodies of 3 family members, shot dead before the fire even began. Just moments before the inferno, a chilling 911 call pierced the quiet of the night. A boy's voice, panicked and broken. "My whole family, they shot me too, just come now." And then, silence.
My whole family shot me too.
What's the address?
Come now.
What's the address?
13417 Tenino Drive West.
13417.
13417 Tenino Drive West. Come now.
What's the you said Tenino? You said Tenino Drive West?
13417 Tenino Drive West.
Okay.
Edmonton, Washington.
Okay, listen.
I'm dying. I'm shot right now. My family's dead.
2 days later, 30 miles away in the woods of Mason County, a 4th body turned up, burned inside a truck. It was the father, shot, torched, discarded like a warning. This was no burglary gone wrong. This was an execution. A family had been wiped off the face of the earth, and no one could explain why. Act 2. Timeline of discovery. It started out like any other Friday night. Crystal Curiaga, 37, had invited a few friends over to her family's home. Music, laughter, casual conversation, the comfort of a small-town evening. Her husband, Johnny Curiaga, 43, was home too. But then he received a phone call. Urgent. He told everyone he needed to step out. He'd be right back. He came back, but never stepped inside. Instead, Johnny stayed in the garage. One of the guests heard voices, male voices, 3 of them, loud, tense. It didn't sound right. And then it stopped. That's when 16-year-old Hunter Shop made the call, bleeding, barely coherent, begging, then gunfire. By the time emergency responders arrived, it was too late. Flames consumed the house. Inside, they found the charred remains of Crystal, Hunter, and 16-year-old Jonathan Higgins, her stepson. All 3 had been shot, execution style. This wasn't random, it was surgical. Then came the final horror. Johnny's body, discovered scorched and riddled with bullets, abandoned in his burned-out pickup on a tree farm. Whoever did this wanted the entire Curiaga family dead, not robbed, not warned, erased. Act 3. The victims and their life. To the outside world, the Curiagas were the American dream in motion. A blended family, bonded by love, building a future. Johnny was known in the local business community, co-owner of Juanito's Taco Shop and deeply respected. Crystal ran a cozy coffee stand called Kale's Hava Hut, where customers knew her name and smiled when they saw her. They weren't just successful, they were present. School events, neighborhood barbecues, small-town life at its best. Hunter and Jonathan were the kind of teens who filled the house with chaos and joy. Laughter echoed in those rooms. PlayStation controllers clacked. Jokes were traded over dinner. They weren't just stepbrothers, they were family. But behind that warmth, behind the reputation, something was brewing. A secret no one saw coming. Act 4. Crime scene breakdown. What responders found inside the Curiaga home wasn't just disturbing, it was choreographed. The fire wasn't random, it was intentional. Precision arson. Closer 2 separate fire logs, one at each end of the house, doused in accelerant and set ablaze right where the victims had been killed. Their bodies were positioned on or near the beds, meaning the killers placed the fires after the murders. Large rocks had been thrown through the windows before ignition, deliberately letting in oxygen to accelerate the inferno. This wasn't just to destroy evidence, it was symbolic. The fire was a message. But even in the smoldering wreckage, secrets survived. Hidden in a fireproof strongbox in the master bedroom, $57,000 in cash, untouched. No signs of robbery, no drawers rifled through, not a single dollar stolen. So if not money, what were they after? What was worth annihilating a family for? Then came the most damning clue, Johnny Curiaga's double life. Act 5, Suspicion and Lies. While Johnny built his taco shop by day, by night he ran something else, a drug operation. According to law enforcement, he trafficked kilos of cocaine from California into Kitsap County every few months. And some of his clients weren't just addicts. They were patched members of the Bandidos Motorcycle Club. One name rose to the surface fast: Robert Bobby Watson, vice president of the Bandidos Bellingham chapter. Not just a buyer, a man used to enforcing loyalty with bullets. Johnny's friend, who had helped distribute the cocaine, pulled out of the business. That forced Johnny and Bobby into direct communication, and things got heated, very heated. Witnesses later recalled a trip to California where Johnny was allegedly followed by Watson. The two had a blazing argument. Something went wrong, and soon after, Johnny's family was dead. This wasn't a bad deal gone sideways. This was a statement. In the Bandidos world, betrayal, even the suggestion of it, meant blood. And if Johnny crossed that line, the punishment wouldn't stop at him. It would engulf everyone he loved. Act 6, the turning point. The deeper police dug, the darker the trail became. This wasn't just about Bobby Watson. It was about who he brought with him. One name shattered investigators: Danny J. Kelly Jr. He wasn't just a Bandidos hangaround. He was Johnny Curriaga's best man at his wedding. Years ago, Johnny had trusted him with everything, but that trust collapsed when Johnny accused Kelly of stealing from him. Now, Kelly was back, not as a friend, but a potential killer. Joining Kelly and Bobby was Johnny Watson, Bobby's younger brother. No club affiliation, no criminal record. But blood loyalty runs deeper than background checks. It was these three, Bobby Watson, Danny Kelly, and Johnny Watson, who law enforcement believes were the three voices heard in Johnny's garage that night. The argument, the confrontation, the beginning of the end. One would be smothered and shot, three would burn, and one would be hunted in the woods. But justice was only just beginning to stir. Act 7, psychology and motive. The question haunting every investigator, every friend, every surviving family member was, why? Why not just kill Johnny? Why wipe out his entire family, Crystal, Hunter, Jonathan, and torch their home? The answer lies in a culture of silence, control, and psychological terror. The Bandidos Motorcycle Club doesn't operate like a typical gang. Their power isn't just in guns or drugs, it's in fear, in sending messages, in erasing legacies to enforce loyalty. Johnny Curriaga, a man with one foot in business and one in the underworld, had crossed an invisible line. Whether it was money, betrayal, or disrespect, someone decided he was no longer just a liability, he was an example. And in their world, an example must be unforgettable. Bobby Watson wasn't just any enforcer. He was a man who commanded fear within a criminal brotherhood. He'd been watched for years, tied to assaults, drug deals, power plays. But this was something colder. And Danny Kelly, a man once chosen to stand beside Johnny at his wedding, now suspected of pulling the trigger. The psychological twist cuts deep. How does a friend become a killer? What kind of betrayal shatters a bond so completely it turns into murder? In the biker world, personal becomes business, business becomes blood, and those who know too much or walk away often don't walk far. Act 8, aftermath and emotional echo. It took years, 5 long, agonizing years. Leads went cold, grief festered, but in the background, a dedicated task force kept digging until finally the truth emerged. In 2024, Danny Kelly Jr., Bobby Watson, and Johnny Watson were arrested and charged with multiple counts of first-degree murder, arson, and burglary. All three pleaded not guilty, but the jury didn't buy it. On April 2024, they were found guilty on over 30 charges. And on May 7th, 2024, the sentence was handed down. Life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. No more brotherhood, no more motorcycles, just iron bars and the ghosts of 4 innocent lives. In court, the emotional weight came crashing down. Hunter's mother placed her son's urn beside a photo of his face. She looked the killers in the eye and said what everyone was thinking. You can feel the evil just by being in the same room as them. 8 relatives stood and spoke. They didn't just ask for justice, they demanded it. And they got it. But nothing could undo the trauma. In 2018, just a year after the murders, Joseph Curriaga,
another young family member, died in a car crash. The pain kept echoing, kept spreading.
This wasn't just a murder, it was a message. A warning written in fire and sealed in blood. That no matter how perfect life seems, secrets burn. What do you think? Was this justice served? Or just a glimpse into something even darker beneath the surface?